What's up, guys? Subzeric here, back for another VOD review. Sorry for not posting the last couple of days. I was traveling, and as I've said before, I'm not someone who really has a bunch of like backlogged videos ready to post. So I, just didn't have anything to post. So sorry about that. But we are back, and we are VOD reviewing Spicy Appies here. One of the people who is grinding ladder a good bit right now, where everyone else is either scrimming for the World Championships, which is coming up pretty soon. Not this weekend, but next weekend is going to be Worlds, and then the set is over. We are almost to the end of the set, which is crazy, honestly, because I mean, this is one of the sets where I feel like, I mean, say what you will about it, but it definitely feels like there is a lot of depth in this set, a lot of comps that probably could have existed that never really found the popularity that I think, I think in a normal TFT set, people discover, I don't know, maybe like 90% of the comps that could actually like exist. And I feel like this set, we probably have only discovered like 60 to 70% of like the whole, like if people actually like truly perfectly understood all the power-ups and everything like that. And this game is actually going to talk about a comp that really I've seen nobody play this entire set. So Gold Destiny, Heavy's the Crown, Prep or Rate Sean. I would just click Gold Destiny because it's 4 gold here, but Appies makes an interesting choice here and opts to take Crown of Demacia here. Heavy is the Crown, takes Standalone here, and yeah, I mean, you guys are looking at what he is about to do right here, which is slam the crown onto the Garen. I mean, we'll see in a second if he actually does opt to make it here, but this is an interesting idea from Appies here, and I mean, it makes no sense to stand alone and then throw it onto the Rakan. Kind of cute that he's frontlining the Rakan so that the Garen doesn't take initial aggro, and then throwing tier onto him because we're trying to get him casting. This is actually going to be a Garen reroll game, and we're going to reroll some other stuff as well, as you'll see as we get further in on the game here, holding on to obviously the Garen, the Ezreal, and the Rel here. As pieces of units that we could potentially reroll here, but it's going to be Garen reroll. So Garen, the only time I think this entire set I've done a video about someone, intentionally, playing around Garen is stuff like Intervening Locket Garen or Adaptive Helm Garen with the fully adapted augment, and a similar idea is happening here with Appies. The idea being, if you can get a really tanky Garen, I mean, look at this Garen already. Just Garen 1, by the way. If we can get Garen 2, that would have been 3, 4, maybe even more casts here. So we were really hoping and praying to get to that Garen 2 here to allow him to stack up more. He can go crazy with the amount of stacks that he gets from just his ability. If you guys don't know what Garen's ability does this late into the set, maybe you just started like a few weeks ago or something. I mean, if you did, it's kind of a funny time to start playing the set. But every time he casts, he gets a stack, and then the stacks are multiplied by his level of Battle Academia to show kind of like how much HP he gives. Max HP, it stacks up across the course of the entire game. One thing that I've heard a million people say, TFT players are not beating the TFT players can't read allegations. Every cast is 1 stack, and then that stack is then multiplied by, how many Battle Academia units you have in here. So if you get 5 Battle Academia in and he casts, you are not stacking up more HP if you then take 5 Battle Academia out. But this also means if he casts 100 times on 3 Battle Academia, and then you put 7 Battle Academia in, that is going to scale up those stats a lot higher. Interesting call by Appies here, by the way. Opts to go for the Hextech Gunblade here. Really thought he was going to go for something like a Redemption onto this Garen to just guarantee that he stacks. But in many ways, Gunblade also will help him stack. He's also just saying, at 1 star, I just feel like I can't justify putting Heavy as a Crown onto Garen. We're just going to lose too many fights for free. Even so, our board's still, once again, all 1-starred. We are going to just kind of lose these fights. It's honestly, I don't want to say it, this looks like one of my games that I would play, where I would just like try to force a reroll comp from like a pretty sus spot. Like the fact that we are 2 Garen, 2 Ez's here and really trying to play this comp, I mean, it's pretty crazy. Appy is going to try to lose this fight as much as possible. Oh my god, is he gonna be able to? Throws on to the Rakan here. What we really should have, oh yeah, we do win this fight. It was kind of a miss from Appies. I mean, what we could have done is just frontlined the Syndra and then thrown the crown on her, but he didn't really go all in on it. So actually a bit of a miss there from Appies. I think he just kind of like ran out of time on making the decision. We do, however, hit this Garen too, which is a big upgrade like we talked about, allowing him to, stack up way more, get all of these stacks going. He's not going to throw the crown on the Garen just because he's maybe afraid that he will die against Krugs. I don't think you have to worry about it with this Garen, with 2 Bastion and you know, some HP on Battle Academia. There's our 4th Garen, which looks pretty good. There is what I would say is a GS redemption here as far as our slams go, but we will see. And yeah, we are going to roll a bit because this is 1-cost reroll. We'll see how deep Appies wants to roll here. Usually you're rolling to about the low 30s, you know, like 30, 32. Ooh, we're 1 off Garen 3. So he's actually, wow, he's going to roll it all the way down here. And he does actually hit the Garen 3. Wow. Kind of a sick Garen wave here for Appies. But this is huge. This is going to allow us to accelerate so much faster our Garen stacks because, you know, a Garen with this much going on is going to be able to stack so much harder. I mean, this was like at least 3 casts. This fight, we'll see if he wants to move the crown back up to Garen because it is a 3rd item onto Ez. But all right, not going to be Golemify. I mean, care package seems totally fine enough. Some extra components. The dupe's actually pretty good to help get us maybe towards that Ezreal eventually. So yeah, not too bad here. And we have this rod as well, which, I mean, the only other kind of like big thing that we have to get to is like figuring out what our Garen items are actually going to be here. He's not going to make Morello, is he? Wow, he is, and he's just gonna throw it onto the Garen here. That's wild. I'm interested to see what he wants from Garen itemization. I'm gonna guess he's looking for some kind of a mana generation item onto Garen, something like Adaptive Helm, so that he will, you know, cast even more, trying to go for the Giga stack Garen. There's also a cool power up tech that I've heard about in this comp, so we'll see if Appies wants to go for it. If not, I'll just yap about it a little bit because it's fun. But we'll see as we get there. But yeah, I mean, the Morello on Garen, not the best holder of it, but just goes to show, you know, sometimes in TFT, you just gotta slam items on units. And yeah, he doesn't want to move the crown up to Garen because it's only really a 1 item Garen with just the crown. He has no actual tank items. If we had like, I don't know, a Gargoyle or a Warmox or, you know, like that redemption like we were talking about, maybe it would make more sense to put the crown on him. I mean, the kind of nice thing in this comp is you can put it onto the Garen or you can put it onto the Ezreal. You can kind of move it back and forth between both. I fully expect once we get to a 3-item Garen that we're going to move it up to him and just try to make the Giga-tank Garen. But we'll see here. I mean, I don't mind it too much on the Ezreal here. All right. We do have this tier open still. Gotta be some kind of item for Garen here. Adaptive Helm, Redemption. Seems like he's not been that interested in Redemption here. And yeah, it looks like he is opting to go for the Adaptive Helm here. I mean, this is going to, you know, accelerate Garen's ability to cast. I mean, any tier item really is going to. And so, yeah, I mean, he's gonna make the Adaptive on Garen. And at this point, actually, he's finally confident enough in the Garen ability to frontline that he's actually going to move him up here. I think this makes a lot of sense. Now we actually have at least 1 true tank item onto the Garen here, so this makes sense. We did actually a quick Garen stack check here. Let's check this out. So where are we at here? We are at 16 stacks, 280 HP. I mean, decent enough. Honestly, not that crazy. I was low-key expecting it to be a crazier number just because I don't know, he's had it in for a while from 2-1. But I guess to be fair, like our fights are actually not going that long. These are the fights that you really want though against a big tank here. That was what, 4 stacks, 5 stacks on Garen. That was actually huge here. Also did want to, while we're about to go into, we get power up here. We get double down on Ez. Okay. So this is actually the tech. He went for it, and it's actually so cool here. So we've talked about, you know, double down Ari Nico type stuff. It's a similar idea. Double down Ez, you get the damage amp, and then you are using Ez casts to fuel more Garen casts. I guess that's the other idea why he's going for Adaptive Helm. That's why he wanted it so badly, is because this mana that's being transferred to Garen is going to get multiplied by the Adaptive Helm. That's actually, wait, this is kind of giga woke cheer. So we can double down, fuel the Garen, and every time we're fueling a cast from Garen, obviously that is, you know, Garen getting another stack of HP. By the way, I do want to shout out Bishkona from my Discord, who is the person who actually suggested this VOD, because this is actually a fantastic VOD to review, showing off a really cool comp, and one that, you know, is really pretty under the radar. So Garen, oh my god, you see that when Ez casts here, the Garen just gained so much mana. This is actually so sick. The only thing we're kind of missing here is some mana gen for the Ez. I mean, that's why we fit 3 Prodigy in here to give him some more. We'd really love even more mana gen on him, I think, just to like truly mana battery the Garen here. We're going to pop off stand alone here, partially probably because of positioning stuff, and he's also going to say we're going to take regenerative here. We don't really have much healing on him, but I mean, just healing 6.5% max HP every 3 seconds. I mean, if you compare it to standalone, which is what, 30% HP, I mean, so you have to get pretty far to fight. 3, that's 12. Even at 12 seconds, at 15 seconds, you're about standalone value in terms of healing. And then at 12 plus seconds, you are better than standalone, I guess. And you don't have the, and then you do, I guess you do get the increased healing there, so you have to put that into account. Here we're Khan 3 on a roll down here, which is pretty funny. We find Leona here, really just trying to dig for that last Ez with the dupe here. We do finally find it at the end here, and we are going to play this board here and just fit in the 5BA here because we can fit everything. Onyx Spark here, gonna go onto Leon, or onto this guy here, and I mean, you could make a Sterax here just for the HP, but he's gonna reroll and look for something better. We do get, I mean, this could be another adaptive helm. The kind of funny thing is you can double adaptive him for now and then eventually move that adaptive down to other Yuumi if you want to. And Malicious honestly sounds pretty good. We're very strong here. I don't really care for plot. I think it's Malicious here, and you use this gold to push levels from this spot. I think this makes perfect sense here. Level for 6BA actually, and we're not far off leveling for 7 here. And yep, it looks like he is gonna make double adaptive plus crown here. Spark down to Rakan, Morello onto Ez. This has got to be Garen low-key. Like, he actually, I mean, I just can't wait to see how much his mana fills up when Ez casts here. Boom, boom. And then Ez casts again, boom. Oh, he keeps getting, oh my god, he just like jumped almost to like full mana. There is like a small delay actually after the cast. I guess it doesn't happen like instantly, but this Garen is a monster here. Yeah, Appies just gonna push the level 7 here just to ensure that he did actually check Garen HP there. So let's see. Now at 34 stacks, 37 stacks, 37 stacks, each being 34, 1200 HP on this Garen. And we're only just getting started, honestly. This Garen is going to cast a lot over these next few fights and just be basically a monster, basically an absolute beast here. And we're 85 HP streaking, by the way. This board is just so strong right now. Really nice that we were able to pick up the Rakan as well, just on the way to get some extra front line, kind of protect the Garen a little bit each time Garen casting. And plus the gunplay from the Ezreal is so nice as well, just to heal him up here. And these are, man, oh my god, I did not even count how many. This was like 7 casts, maybe 8 casts from Garen. Okay, next fight we'll count the Garen cast because this guy is insane here. I would think you would want some kind of last like real Ezreal item here in a spot like this. There's not much that I see though. It's kind of awkward. Yeah, I mean, I guess you have heal cut, you have shred already. So, I mean, sword seems like the best option, but still not an amazing option. We do get Jace 2 here, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I'd really like to just make something that actually does damage on Ezreal here, or some mana gen. I wouldn't mind like I mean, an adaptive helm onto Ez to scale up the Prodigy a bit. He's looking at Sterax, but I don't know. I can't really imagine. I mean, I kind of think this is going to be our build on Garen for a while. Eventually, I think you might move the extra adaptive. All right, Garen cast, we got 1, 2, going up there, 3, 4, 5, 6, finally through the Rammus, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 Garen casts that fight. Holy. And each of those, what is it? Oh my god, yeah, he's at 59 stacks though at this point here. Yeah, let's check that HP. 2000 HP. Each one is 34 HP. 12 times 34, quick maths, is about 360, a little bit plus 48, like 400? 408? Is that right? I don't know. I don't care to redo the math again, but about 400 HP we gained from one fight, I mean, you compare that to a lot of like power-ups will give you, you know, Unstoppable obviously gives you the Unstoppable effect, but I mean, even, you know, like pre-nerf that was 300 HP, and so we gained 400 literally just from one fight, and every fight he's doing this. Even this looks like a pretty bad fight for us, but still, this was, I think, 7 or 8 stacks on Garen, and we have all this HP to play with as well. 62 HP means that even if we lose every fight for the next few fights, which hopefully we don't, we are still going to gain an insane amount of HP over that time frame. And we have the heavies, the crown, scaling them up here. We have the double adaptives with these Ezreal items. This is so sick. But yeah, I really want to move Morello down to Yuumi and get like a real damage item on Ez. You could also just kind of do the opposite, but like, it does tend to be that a 2-star Yuumi should be better than a 3-star Ezreal, just the way that unit strength works. But I think because we have the double down here, we're probably going to stay on this Ez for a while, but maybe Morello moves over. Can't really make double GS here. We do have a lucky item chest, which is nice here. Looks like he is going to now use this as his signal to move. Let's see. Okay, so GS moves down here. Morello onto the Yuumi, like we talked about, crown there. And yeah, is going to make a Warmogs onto Garen at this point. And we've used the adaptive this far to spike him up. And then, yeah, move the adaptive down to Dez, just go Gunblade or Death. Gunblade, yeah, I like Gunblade here onto the Yumi here. And yeah, just give him a last real tank item just because the double adaptive, really great to scale him up. But at this point in the game, you really, I think would rather, yeah, just play for true HP build. 6,700 HP onto this Garen here. I was going to check the stacks, but honestly, he's going to check the stacks later. And let's check it when it's an even higher number here. But yeah, I mean, this Garen is a beast here. Rotate into the Violet board here. Only scary thing is they are going to focus fire down our Garen here. We'll see if he can actually live through it here. This is a fight we actually don't really want the heavy as a crowd here. Oh my god, it was so close. We almost won. That was a Garen positioning diff. The Vi and the Schmolder were allowed to just focus fire down our Garen. Interesting also that this is our idea of our board. I mean, I saw the Brahmin was thinking maybe we'd play some kind of 4 Bastion for the extra armor MR. But I mean, Kobuko's a fantastic unit. Heavyweight buffs the entire board, and obviously his Kobuko mentorship bonus buffs the entire board. Looking like he's looking at a Malzahar here. I mean, we could also just play Cassante Malz as most people do. If we ever find a Seraphine, that could be something as well here. But yeah, I mean, a board like this, we will always clear. A board that does not have a high amount of single target damage, they're just never gonna be able to kill this Garen. You know, it's flashbacks to Crown of Demacia Dr. Mundo from earlier in the set, where Mundo would just become an absolute monster and just unkillable. I guess we're looking for a Rakan item here. There's another adaptive, which, you know, we could take. I guess it's just Crown Guard now for the Rakan. Decent enough here. That was a stats check. Let's check his little stats check here, because there's 95, 3,000 HP at this point. We're almost at the 100 mark. Man, at Riot Mork Dog, why is there no I mean, I don't think there is any kind of like Easter egg for hitting like 100 stacks or something. I feel like there should be an Easter egg for something like that. I think it'd be kind of cool. All right, so we're gonna move items over to, oh yeah, actually Opposite say Leona 2 is better than Rakan 3. Interesting. I would have thought that Rakan 3 would be better, but Rakan is kind of like utility in that with Battle Academia he heals up the board, so I guess I could kind of see it. This should be an interesting matchup, this double trouble board from Malz. The problem is, yeah, Malz is going to burn our backline eventually, and they don't have that much single target, but eventually all the dots are going to stack onto Garen and kill him, so he will end up dying. By the way, this comp got buffed, double trouble Malz, because Rammus got buffed. Like, that comp is beyond broken now, so if you don't know how to play that comp, I did a VOD about it. Just go look for... It's Rammus is in the thumbnail, so go look for the video with Rammus in the thumbnail, and you can see that. So yeah, go check it out. Rotate into the Violet board, and actually this is really nice because we're opposite side from her this time, so Garen's at least gonna live a bit longer. Does get Braum ulted, which is a bit yikes, but I mean Garen doing okay here. Can Garen 1v9 the rest of the board? He's doing his best here. Heal with Crown of Demacia. Oh, it just barely dies. The Flicker Blade stacking from the Schmolder was too much here, and all of a sudden we're pretty low here. Let's check what might be our last Garen stats check of the game here. 117 stacks, 3,000, almost 4,000 extra HP, and he's an 8,000 HP Garen with this Warmogs on him. Just an absolute monster here. Last item off of this will probably be a item. Oh, just make sure you don't allow your unit to get killed by your unit in the middle. Don't throw your crown on the unit in the middle. If anyone watched, it was Phoenix, right, who threw his Crown of Demacia on a unit right in the middle here. The Rek'Sai jumped on top of it and just killed it. Which was so sad. Looks like he took a Titan's Resolve for the CC immunity here. Oh, that's an interesting idea. Oh, we hit, wow, Zyra 2 here. Just gonna have to play this here. Titan's Resolve. No, okay, it's not. He's just gonna take it and throw it onto somebody. I guess Leona. Okay, good enough here. Rotate into this crew board here. Garen doing pretty good. This board has semi-high single target, but it looks like we're gonna be okay. They just don't have enough. Big win here. This should lock a top 4 in for us, which was really scary. Like, after all this cool stuff that Appies did, at the end of the day, it is 1-cost Reroll, so he will be weaker than other people in the lobby. I'm just going to look for maybe a TG here for a Khan. Yeah, this looks fantastic here. The best item that we could get in this spot. Our Khan items, not amazing here. Probably these should have gone on... You could say they should go on Zyra, though. Honestly, the stats are probably not that bad on Turkan, and he's even going to throw the rod onto Zyra. All right, Double Trouble Rammus board. Can we beat this board? We will see here. We have hit a lot of good stuff at this point, and Garen has continued to stack here. We got to get through the Rammus. We did get through the Rammus pretty quick, but the poison is on our backline. Garen's on their backline, though. We're going to kill the Malz, I think. Oh, my God, we do, but the poison is still active. I think the poison's going to take out the Garen. Oh, my God. What a close game. I mean, if that Malz player was not in the lobby, we would have won the lobby, I think. But, I mean, a crazy game from Appies. Showing off a really, really fun comp. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my Twitch and Metafy, all the links down below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, as always.